Rastogi, Assistant Professor of Commerce from Government College Dumari Achari, District Surajpur. Today we will discuss two methods of time adjusted technique of capital budgeting. The first is NPV and the second is the profitability index or present value index. So let's start with NPV. What is NPV? NPV is generally a difference of cash inflow and cash outflow. In both cases, we have to consider the present value of cash inflow and present value of cash outflow. Okay, let's say the meaning. NPV refers to the difference between the PV of all cash inflows and the PV of all cash outflows associated with project. This is NPV. Okay, let's see how you calculate. The first step is we have to calculate cash outflow, then we have to calculate PV of all cash outflows, then we have to calculate cash inflow, and after that we have to calculate PV of all cash inflow. At last we will calculate NPV, that is difference of cash inflow and cash outflow. Okay, NPV is equal to PV of all cash inflow minus PV of all cash outflow. Okay, let's see the accept or reject rule or decision rule. In case of independent project, when you will accept the project when NPV is greater than 0, when you will reject when NPV is less than 0. Okay, if NPV is equal to 0, in that case management would be indifferent, either they could accept or reject. That's depend on management. Let's say the mutual exclusive project. In this we will rank all the projects in order of NPV, and the project with highest positive NPV should be selected. Okay, this is the decision rule regarding NPV. Let's see the merit and demerits of NPV. The first merit of NPV is that it considers the cash inflows of entire project. Okay, suppose the life of project is 5 years, it considers the cash inflows of all 5 years. The first merit. And the second is it considers the time value of money. Okay, there are two merits. And what are the demerits? Under the NPV, we have to estimate cash inflow and cash outflow, which is difficult task. This is the demerit. And the second demerit is that to take a PV, means present value, we are required discounted factor, and discounted factor is calculated through the calculation of cost of capital. Okay, it means we have to calculate the cost of capital by which we consider the present value. It means we have to do one more work, that we have to calculate cost of capital. This is the second demerit. Okay, now let's come on the second method. Second method is similar to NPV, that's why you are studying simultaneously. Okay, profitability index, which is also called present value index. What is PI? PI is just extension of NPV. Okay, why we use profitability index? To compare a number of proposals, each involving different amount of cash inflows. It means we have more than one project, and all projects have different cash inflows. In that case, how will you choose particular project? In that case, we use profitability index. What is the formula for profitability index? Sum of discounted cash inflows upon total discounted cash outflows. Okay, this is the formula. How will you calculate discounted cash inflow and discounted cash flow? You have studied already while you were studying discounted payback period and in NPV. Okay, now see the decision rule. In case of independent project, when you will accept the project when PI, means profitability index, is equal to or greater than 1. Okay, if PI is less than 1, you will reject that project. In case of mutually exclusive project with highest PI should be selected. Okay, the project with highest PI should be selected. Let's see the question. Purchase price of plant 5 lakh, working capital required 3 lakh, useful life of plant 5 years, tax rate 30%, method of depreciation SLM straight line method, cost of capital 10%, earning before depreciation and tax 3 lakh each year. Okay, and PV factor at the rate of 10% are as follows. First year 0.90, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year. Let's see what we are required. We are required cash inflow, and we have to calculate the PP of cash inflow. And cash inflow means earning after tax before depreciation. This is cash inflow, earning after tax before depreciation. But in question it is given earning before depreciation and tax. Okay, let's see how will we calculate earning after tax before depreciation. Year first, second, third, fourth, 5. Earning before depreciation and tax 3 lakh, 3 lakh, 3 lakh. What is the amount of depreciation? Cost of fixed assets is 5 lakh minus Solvay's value, which is 0, and useful life, that is 5, it means is equal to 1 lakh. This is the amount of depreciation for each year. Okay, when we deduct depreciation from earning before depreciation and tax, we find earning before tax 3 lakh minus 1 lakh 2 lakh, 3 lakh minus 1 lakh 2 lakh for all years. Okay, now we will find out tax. What is the rate of tax? 30%. And for at what value will you calculate tax on EBT? 30% of 2 lakh 60,000. 30% of 2 lakh 60,000. It means 60,000 for all 5 years. After that, we will calculate earning after tax. It means we will deduct the amount of tax from EBT, and we will find out 1,40,000 for each year. And now we have to calculate earning after tax before depreciation. It means we will add the amount of depreciation in EAT. 1,40,000 plus 1 lakh is equal to 2,40,000 for each year up to 4 years. Let's see what would be happen in 5th year. In 5th year, useful life of plant or project is 5 years, and we are required working capital 3 lakh. It means when our useful life of project passed away, we will save 3 lakh as a working capital. It means this 3 lakh will come back. It means it would be cash inflow. That's why we will consider it with EATBD. It means 2,40,000 EATBD plus 3 lakh working capital. Its total value is 5,40,000. Okay. Now we have a PVF of all 5 years. We will multiply it with PVF, and we will find out PV of cash inflow. For first year 2,80,160. For second year 1,98,240. Third 1,80,240, and so on. And after that, we will sum up the PV of cash inflow, and we will get 10,95,900. This is the total of all cash inflow. Okay. After that, we will find out cash outflow. Cash outflow include purchase price of plant and working capital. The total amount is 8 lakh. And now we will find out the PV of cash outflow. It means we will calculate the PV of cash outflow by multiplying the PV factor at 0 here, and that is 1. It means our PV of cash outflow would be 8 lakh. Okay. Now we will calculate NPV. Formula for NPV is PV of cash inflows minus PV of cash outflows. Okay. The PV of cash inflow is 10,95,900, and PV of cash outflow is 8 lakh. It means our NPV is 2,95,900. This is the NPV. Let's see a question for the topic profitability index. We have 3 projects X, Y, Z. Discounted cash outflow for project X is 5,50,000, for Y is 75,000, for Z 10,20,000. And discounted cash inflow for project X is 6,50,000, for Y 95,000, and for Z 10,30,000. Now we have to calculate PI, means profitability index or present value index. Let's see the formula for PI. Sum of discounted cash inflow upon total discounted cash outflow. Okay, first of all we will find out for X. Discounted cash inflow is 6,50,000 and discounted cash outflow is 5,50,000. When will you calculate? You will find 1.18. Let's see for project Y. Discounted cash inflow is 95,000 and discounted cash outflow is 75,000. The value is 1.27. For project Z, discounted cash inflow is 10,30,000 and discounted cash outflow is 10,20,000. The value is 1.01. Which project should be selected or considered? That is project Y, because it has a highest PI 1.27 among X, Y and Z project. Merit and demerit for PI is the same, because profitability index is an extension of net present value. That's why all the merits and demerits which has NPV is same for profitability index. Okay, now we are discussing the discounted cash flow technique. It means all the methods under time adjusted technique or discounted cash flow technique. In all techniques we have to consider discounted factor. That's why you could see that in first method, that was the discounted payback period. In that method we have used discounted factor. In NPV we are considering the discounted factor, and in PI we are also considering the discounted factor value. Okay, it means all the techniques which are under time adjusted technique will consider the discounted factor. Okay, we have studied the three methods under time adjusted technique. The first was discounted payback period, the second was NPV, and third is a profitability index. Now we will discuss the last method, which is IRR and modified IRR. Okay, so we will discuss the IRR and modified internal rate of return in next lecture. I hope you will understand well. Thank you so much.